And we're on the internet. Hi. Oh no. Oh no, zooming. Move this. Now everybody's got a thingy. I don't know why your character token won't stay attached to your character sheet. It's gonna drive me up a wall.
Whose?
Yours.
Oh.
It just doesn't. Let's go to green. HP. Blue is AC. Save settings. Reattached. Oh hey. Outsiders Arcana. This is D&D. Not just token sizing and placing.
Just token sizing.
We may take more breaks today because our AC might get fixed, but we'll see what happens when that happens. Welcome. Who wants to recap what happened last week, or do you want me to do it?
Let me look at my notes here.
Really, I should just ask, does anybody want inspiration? And then you raise your hand if you want inspiration. Flynn.
Okay, so last time we finally arrived back. Oh no, last time we started off on the boat. We were on the ship, the one-eyed snake, on our way back to Yavin. So what was it, like a 3-week journey? And weird things were happening on the ship. People started going missing, and we could not figure out really what was going on. Flynn sensed some magic going on below deck in the area that we weren't allowed to go. And Bill, with the use of his druid powers, snuck down there to see the old man captain swimming nude in a sea of gold, and what seemed like maybe another entity in the gold. Not really knowing what we should do about this, we decided to keep our heads down and make sure no one else went missing, which one more person did, so we are heroes. We got to Yavin safe and sound, and noticed that the captain was looking quite a bit younger. So we all have our theories about that, but we have bigger fish to fry, so we're putting that on the back burner. Did discover that some of that entity was attached to the gold that I had, so now we just kind of got that sealed away, and we'll deal with that later. We went to go get our piece of Scaladorth, and while Bill went to reconvene with his were brethren, Thavo and Flynn were attacked by a big fleshy golem that was after what we assume is the Scaladorth. We had a little fight. Flynn almost died, like he does. But we were able to escape and get the help of everyone from the bar to destroy it. The following morning, we went to our good buddy Gallant to make us another lead box that was small enough to carry so that we could keep the Scaladorth off of scrying eyes. And when we went back, someone fucking stole it. They stole our chest, they stole our Scaladorth. And that's where we are.
It would help if my mic was on for the stream. You guys can hear me, but the stream couldn't. Picking up, sitting in the ruins of your once gifted home from the Ocean Guild that you joined when you first arrived here. What do you guys want to do? Don't have a Scaladorth or a Line Ghost anymore. Seems as though your home has been destroyed. What are the plans as the sun is rising? Temperature's starting to rise with it.
How long did it take us to go to Gallons and then come back to our home? Out of curiosity.
Not very long. Maybe like a couple hours. You guys were like... went from rubble, went to Gallons, had a whole discussion about making another chest, and then went back home.
Okay. And we already did an investigation check last time, so that's irrelevant.
Yes, you saw there was footprints coming from the outside, and then the dust and debris had like a circle cleared out around where the chest was. So it looked like
That's right.
something made something happen.
Flynn, just for his own, I don't know, he's gonna go see how big the footprints are.
Okay. Go down to the footprints. It seems like it's probably somewhere in the vein of like a size 14 shoe. Pretty big feet. Not petite feet, a feminine step.
Take off his hat, brush his head, put the hat back on. Well, I'm at a loss. It's kind of a wasted trip now.
I mean, do you know anybody with feet this big?
It's really just trying to figure out if it might have been my old teacher, but who's to say she didn't send someone, you know? Or it could be anyone. Everyone here wants one of those things. So it could be her. It could be someone that we don't even know.
I mean, you know magic? Can you, like, track it or, like, look for it?
I can sense what sort of magic was used here, but it looks like just it was teleportation. I can't track where they go. At least not at my skill level.
I mean, I could like locate an object, but it has to be within like 1,000 feet or so. But if they teleported somewhere, I doubt they teleported anywhere close.
All right. And if we do get around to learning some sort of scrying magic, they got our box too, so we probably won't be able to find it that way either. I think we just got beat.
Is the whole steel box gone or just the Scaladorth inside of it?
The whole lead box is gone.
Do you guys remember, did I put the cursed gold in the box?
You did as well, yes.
Mother bitch. There goes a side quest.
I think it's the gold, the spear, some blub bones, and then the Line Ghost.
Did we put the bag of holding in there as well during the fight?
No. I'm glad we didn't. Flynn threw it, then we picked it up a few times, then we tried to put it in there, and then we didn't put it in there, and then we ran. Right? Because Flynn never put it in there.
I would
I
have.
did put it in there, but I do
Yeah.
not remember whether or not we took it out.
I'm
I
gonna-
was thinking it was in there.
Yeah, I think you put it in there, but we will say, just for ease, that you took it out before you went to Gallon, since that does have, like, all of your money in it. Because you guys have so much money you can't carry it. So
Yeah.
we'll say that you took it.
Because I was thinking, like, in the heat of the moment, Flynn was just like, I don't know which one he wants. So he just threw them both in there real quick.
Everyone take 2 hours and go watch last week's stream.
Okay, cool. I shall hand. And now Bill has it again.
So I'm
Um,
curious, how did you even get a piece like that? I don't think you guys told me.
the Ocean Guild sent us on a mission for some books, and we stumbled across it, and we thought it was too dangerous to give to them.
Okay.
That's right, we found it in the ruined city. I forgot. It's been a stressful couple of months.
That was the first time we met your teacher.
Yeah, I mean, that leads me to believe it's 98%. I mean, we took it from one of her old workstations, so. Along with the fucking instructions.
Well, I had returned with some news. I didn't intend to dump on you guys now, but I think I'll be staying with the druids outside of town for a while. I need to learn how to be stronger as a werewolf, and I don't think I'm not strong enough to protect anybody at the moment. They're also fighting their own battles with everything that's going on. They need some help. So for the near future, I'll be stepping away from you guys.
I mean, you've kept him alive. That's pretty good.
I mean, I also didn't want, my ring to end up on your necklace either, Flynn. It's not something I want you to have to carry around.
I mean, we all know what we're doing out here. Or maybe not, but we know that it's dangerous. If I didn't want to be a part of something like this, I wouldn't be. I could always go somewhere else and stop.
I mean, do you want us to, like, guard your friend's camp or something while you get strong?
No, you guys need to do what you're doing to help make sure everything goes like we want it to here. I've understood why most of the druids stop adventuring and leave town.
Well, when are you going to do that? Tonight?
Yeah. Well, that was before you guys fought whatever the hell that was, but yeah, I figured I'd stay. But I did. I'm gonna leave all my gold with you. I think it'd be nice if you got a nice house in the capital.
Just be sure to keep a good chunk for yourself, just in case. I mean, it's a lot of money.
I can create food and water when I want to. I don't. It's not like I need healing potions to heal. I'm okay.
I'm losing the best punching bag I've ever had, so you better come back stronger. And I'm gonna actually cut you next time. What'll happen? No silver. I won't do that. I'll be fair. Be fair.
Well, good luck with that. I look forward to that fight, but
I'm gonna go run up some stairs a few times. Once I get at the top, no heavy breath. I'm gonna jump up and down, and I'm gonna know I did it.
That's a good idea. That's good. So yeah, I've read that. That's what you do.
I mean, Glenn, you're about small enough to be my speed bag.
Yeah. That's terrifying to think about. But funny too. Like imagine hanging me by my feet up on a ceiling, just destroying my ribs.
I can imagine it.
be honest, though, it wouldn't take many punches.
No. Well, should we have a going away shindig, Bill? One last day on the town.
Yeah, no, I'm not dying. I'll still be here.
Well, you're going to be here, and we're going to be way over there.
Yeah, I could use a drink.
And where do you head for that drink?
Are we just going to Birds? Or do we want to go to a fancy place and here that we haven't checked out before?
Let's go someplace fancy.
The two fancier places that you know of is Calcedoria, which is where the leaders of this fine city had dined that one time. The number 23 on your map, the restaurant on the bay. The other one that's just kind of like a nicer drink shop is the Cinder Cork. Is number 18 that you had been to before that had a bunch of, specialty, fancy, high-priced drinks. Those are the two you know of.
Let's go to the Cinder Cork.
Sounds good. Favo, I hope you like this place. You're probably not going to like it as much as the other one, but drinks might taste better.
Is there a dress code?
I don't think so for this. I think the other one. I think you got to be fancy for the Chalcedonian.
Alright, then I'm fine.
So you all make your way to the Cinder Cork. Walking through the bustling streets, as you make it through Maller's Throat, you do kind of hear the occasional chatter and storytelling of people discussing what happened the previous night, and the excitement of running over to a house and fighting a big flesh golem, and how they all high-fived, and it was super cool. So you hear that story for a little bit, as you make your way through. You eventually arrive at the Cinder Cork, walk in, and you are greeted with the large open bar. Being this early in the day, it is not super busy. There are a handful of people in here having a drink. They look like kind of the upper crust of Yavin. You see the waiters running around, the small fish man that Blub made friends with, and Terra, the elven owner that stands behind the bar on the far end. You all are in. You're greeted by the small fish man, whatever his name was 7,000 years ago.
Scubby.
That's it, Scubby.
I found it.
You're greeted by Scubby.
Hey, how's it going? You guys want a drink? You want a table, or you want to sit at the bar?
Let's get a table.
Yeah, of course. Follow me.
And you hear the of his little flippers on the hardwood as he makes his way through the cinder court and leads you to a small table that has 5 chairs around it. The 3 of you sit down.
Well, what'll it be? Got all sorts of spirits. We've been experimenting with these new drinks. They're pretty exciting. That's why these guys are here. It's kind of like a bean that we grind up. Kind of gives you energy, and then we throw alcohol in it. And it's kind of bitter, but it's really good.
I want that. I want to try that for sure.
One of each of your new specialties.
For each of us.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll be right back.
You see him kind of walk over, and you see him talking over the bar to Tara, just like excitedly, and she nods and gives a smile. You see 9 drinks placed on a tray that's kind of handed over to Scubby, and he waddles over with all these drinks. One of the drinks for each of you is in like a half glass, like a small glass. It has like this reddish brown hue to it. The other one is in a wine glass. This one is almost fully brown. And then the last one is in just a normal mug for ale.
So these are the 3 specialties. Tell me what you think. You guys made my quota for making people get these today, so thank you.
Alright, so when we have fancy drinks, I hear you need to put your pinkies out. Is that right?
That's absolutely right. Yeah.
Oh, double
What-
pinky. That's good,
What
Bill.
does this do? Is it help the taste?
I think it makes you classy.
Yeah, that's the one. It allows you to. It opens up different senses. And when you swirl it around like so, and just do a little sip.
Just gonna start swirling one of them.
Uh-huh. It hits your brain cells quicker.
Like a water tornado.
I down the mug as fast as I can, just gulping it.
Yeah, this one's not super good in the mug. It's like an ale and coffee mix. It's got a weird taste. Like, it kind of works, but it's not the best. The other 2, as you go through the flight that was brought to you, are better. The wine glass is a semblance of wine and coffee mixed together, and the other one seems to be some sort of grain alcohol and coffee mixed together. But the 3 drinks will take you a while. There's quite a bit of alcohol, and as you are drinking them, you all are so energetic. You are high on caffeine.
I guess it is technically a drug, and this is probably our first experience with caffeine. Oh man, I really like all of those. I don't know which one's my favorite. I think I like the wine one more, but I also like the alcohol one too. What about you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we should get some more of these.
Oh, like we should probably get like a few flasks filled with them and then just take them everywhere with us. Oh.
Fire moves so fast.
Who's Barrow? No.
So, you all drink. The interior doesn't really change for the next couple hours. Towards the end, once you're finishing the last of your flight, it starts to get busier. You start to see more and more people trickling in. Simple dishes of food, like the word board, cheeses and crackers, olives. You see all of those start getting served out and dished with glasses of wine. As it does start to become busier and busier, every once in a while, Scubby comes over and takes one of your extra chairs and takes it to another table. But you all are in the Cinder Court.
Alright, I have a great idea. Push-up contest right now. I feel like I can do 1,000,000, no sweat.
I'm just staring at Bill.
I'll stare back, but I can't keep my eyes straight. It just keeps jittering.
I'm not doing it.
I'm gonna start getting down doing push-ups.
All right. And I will turn into a squirrel so I'm not pushing up a large old man's body.
You turn into a squirrel, and there is a squirrel and a half-orc push-up contest going on.
Just watching and drinking elegantly.
As most of the bar is, you do see the occasional judgmental face of, I can't believe these people in this bar at the moment. But you see smiles from the waitstaff, and Tara, over behind the bar, is just laughing to herself.
Who won? Thavo or the squirrel?
Both of you make athletics checks if you really want to know. But I think we know the answer to this. I imagine a squirrel's strength isn't insane.
Oh.
I'll have to find a squirrel.
I feel like that squirrel might beat me. Squirrels are already jittery as it is. They're used to it.
I don't have my spreadsheet on this computer, though.
Well, with that, the squirrel wins. Unless the squirrel's modifier is a -4, which I doubt. But with that, the squirrel just keeps going. It's almost like vibrating. Just on the ground. And Thavo, you get a couple hundred in. But you just can't keep up with the squirrel.
Super fast squirrel. I'm gonna beat you someday, Bill. I'm gonna do it.
I'll go jump back up in the chair and turn back in Bill.
You all sit back around the table. A couple of you a little sweaty. You're back at the table with no drinks. Now sitting about dinner time, 5, 6 o'clock in the afternoon.
So is it safe for dinner? Or we want to go elsewhere?
I think I want more beans and drinks.
Well, we're going to get more beans and drinks, but we're also
Those
going
bean
to
drinks
eat
were-
food is one second. A round of beans and drinks, please.
You
Don't
order,
yell that. I just say it
know.
like that just because he's drunk.
do you order another round of bean drinks?
As soon as Scubby comes on up here, I will. Please and thank you.
Oh, okay. You want another flight? All three, or is
Ah,
there one you liked more than the others?
nah.
Yep. Okay.
And then
I'll get you up in that quota there, Scubby.
he walks back over, orders another 9 drinks, and you see kind of like the puzzled look from Tara behind the bar, and then just shrugs. Makes 9 more drinks, sets them on a tray, and hands them down to Scubby. As he flops back over, you hear the As he sets all the drinks back in front of you, you now have a brand new flight of these brown-hued bean drinks.
All right.
Scubby, have you heard from Blub Blub?
No, I haven't seen him since I was last around all of you. I imagine he hasn't come back, because he probably stopped by here. We're kind of like best friends.
Just wondering if he was okay.
You know, I'm wondering that too. But I don't know.
I'll go ahead and start drinking some more bean drinks.
Did you guys want anything else, or you just want these bean drinks?
Oh, can we have a pile of meat?
Yeah, I can get you a pile of meat, sure.
Thank you.
All right.
Cooked meat.
Okay. Costs more.
You see him walk back, disappear behind one of the bars. 20, 30 minutes later, comes out with just like a large cutting board, this wood plank just covered in meats.
Here you go. Help you. I'm just gonna leave this here.
You see him set the piece of paper on the table,
You just pay it whenever you're ready.
and he walks away.
I'll take it. How much is it?
144 gold.
The hint, hint, wink, wink from the waiter. Get out. Trying to turn tables. I would like to take a piece of the meat and soak it in the beer bean. Just want to see how it's going to taste.
Eating your drinks, that is genius.
Yeah, you soak it for a little bit. Pull it out until like the almost medium rare strip of meat that you have in your hand with like the pinkish center absorbs this brownish ale that's in this cup and has now like this weird tinge of brown throughout all of it. You eat it. It makes it more bitter. It's a weird contrast of flavors, like the savory saltiness of the meat, and then with the extremely bitter but kind of alcohol-y taste. It's weird. It's not bad.
I'm going to try my other two, see which out of the three is going to be better.
Yeah, you dip it in all three, and the wine and bean is definitely the better of the three when paired with this meat.
I'll let Scubby know when he comes back for the check.
It's a while before he comes back, because he knows you guys aren't done drinking.
Oh, right. So what do you think the next best move is? I mean, the plan was to go back with a piece. I'm wondering if we should tell them we had a piece
Well-
and it got stolen.
Yeah, you could tell him that. I mean, no one knew anything about it so far.
But isn't ignorance bliss? Because what if it causes more strife?
I don't know. At least they may have an idea of who. Or I could at least warn them where I found it. Let them
You-
know of my suspicions to Provokia. They'd be more cautious around her.
And can you go talk to your teacher?
No. Probably, but you know, she tried to kill me once. She's kind of
A bitch.
bitch. Yeah.
Well, she can't be that strong. She didn't kill you, and you're pretty easy to kill, so...
Oh, she claims it was a test. You know how old witches are.
No. I
Well.
avoid them at all costs.
Trust me, if you're nervous about magic, you don't want to be around that one. She
Okay.
turned me into an old man. Gave me 30 days to live or I'd die of old age. You have any idea how bad your knees hurt walking around in a swamp when you're pushing 780 years old? It's a fucking nightmare, I'll tell you now. Do your stretches.
That's why I do 100 push-ups every morning. Stay in shape.
That's nice. I'm getting up to 15.
I heard there's these like metal balls on these wheels that you can ride up and down hills. I hear it's a great way to stay in shape.
What?
Like a bar, and it has 2 wheels underneath it, and then it has some handles on the top, and like a little leather seat, and then you ride it up and down hills, and it's a great way to stay in shape.
Well, like a 2-wheel unhorsed wagon.
Yeah, but like you push it, like there's like pedals, and you
How
like
you push it if you're on it?
you like do the, there's like these things that you like take your feet, and you just move them up and down, and then it moves.
I can't picture it. It
Well,
sounds
if
like
you're
you're
already
just
at the
standing on a
mountains-
board with wheels and just stomping.
Couldn't you just walk up and down the mountain to get exercise?
Oh, this is way harder.
I'll just do it normally. Climbing a mountain is hard enough. I don't need to try to stand on wheels. Seems counterproductive. Angles.
I mean, going down's easy, going up is hard.
That's what she said.
Michael Scott walks into the bar.
And with that great joke, you finish your drinks and your wonderful platter of meats and are left with a large bill that Bill has in his possession.
I'll go pay.
Oh, tell Scubby about the meat and the wine and how good it is.
I'll get distracted and then tell him about the bar with wheels on it up a hill and try to figure out what that was about.
Yeah, so you walk over, you find Scubby, who's in the process of, like, making room for dishes, cleaning stuff off, and sending them back.
What? That doesn't make any sense. Why wouldn't you just walk?
I don't know. I said it was a good workout, but I just can't picture it.
Yeah, me neither. Well, thanks for this.
I will throw him 20 gold for his tip.
Wow, y'all really made it, didn't you?
He's, like, sliding all the gold over the edge.
We've been fortunate up to now. Sort of. But anyway, it was good seeing you.
Yeah, it was great seeing you guys again. Stop back in sometime. Okay, bye.
And you see, like, a webbed little clawed hand wave over in your direction, Flynn and Thavo at your table. And you all walk out of the Cinder Cork. Walking out. Night has taken the city. It is evening time. You hear music from different sections all over Yavin, as lots of the bars are bustling, and it seems to be an evening of celebration. But you all are left in pretty much just the barren streets of Yavin, right in front of the Cinder Cork, and begin meandering through the city, hearing the music off in the distance, the clashing of music during some alleyways, and you turn corners and can almost hear full performances. But very quiet outside of that on the streets.
Well, you want to go to another place, or do you need to be heading off, Bill?
I think I'll head off. Favo, please take good care of him.
Yeah, I won't punch him while you're not around, don't worry.
I'll turn towards Flynn and get down on one knee. I'm very proud of you. And I'll hand him the bag of holding and walk away.
And with that, Bill Brasky walks into the night, going to Old City to hopefully perfect some of his skills and abilities with a kind of living on the fringe druid tribe that lives outside of Yavin. And in the street, that leaves Flynn and Thavo.
What you feel about live music and dancing?
Fighting.
We can assess the situation, and if it doesn't look like that kind of a place, we'll go back to Berg's.
Alright, I'm in.
Alright.
So, I guess you're like the leader now, because I'm just here to like protect you. Oh shit,
Weird.
doorbell. Hang on, I'll be right back.
What was that?
Our doorbell just went off, so we'll take a
Nah.
quick break here because that is probably the AC guy. We will resume here in just a moment.
Bye, Tube.
Bye, Tube. Hey, like and subscribe for fun stuff. And we're back on the internet. Back on the internet. Boop, 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 ba-doop, boop. With only 2 characters. Boop, 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 ba-doop, ba-doop. Alright,
That should be our next theme song. Create that. You
Flynn,
and Derek.
Avo. Both of you were standing in the street. Flynn brought up dancing. Where you heading? You just gonna find a place with music?
Yep, heading to the nearest music I hear, and if it looks like there's absolutely no mosh pitting allowed, I'm going to the next one. I'm gonna try 2 of them, and then go to Berg's. I don't want Thabo to be hurting any innocent people.
Okay, yeah. So you walk the streets of Yavin. Walking through the streets of Yavin, you pick up on a bit of music, and with your history in music, you have an idea that that might be the appropriate place to go. Hearing kind of this upbeat, almost a little bit heavier than, like you're not walking into a classical, everybody's wearing ball gowns, dancing arena. You're going to more of a dingy bar that's on the actual bay itself, sitting on the docks. Walking through there, you find a small hole in the wall. It has no sign.
Cool. Hell yes.
You walk.
Blow the sign off.
You walk through the door into the bar itself, and you see splintered floors. There's an elevated platform, kind of like when you first walk in, and railing around the edges. Down in the middle, there's like these steps, almost stadium style, that go down to a giant dance floor where you see a bunch of people are having a good time. Everybody's dancing in different styles and just having fun to the music that is available. You see on the left, there is a very small, simple bar ran by what looks to be 5 people behind the small bar, like shoulder to shoulder, that are all bumping into each other, handing glasses over and utensils to other people as they're all making drinks and kind of just sliding them over the bar itself. Welcome to this bar with no name.
Going to the bar for a drink.
You go up to the bar. It is crowded. Everybody is all kind of like moshed together, trying to push into a position. You and Thavo eventually reach the front at the bar, and you see one of the 5 people behind this bar that is as wide as all of them are standing next to each other. Looks over at you. What'll it be?
Just a real strong ale, unless you got any recommended specials.
Not really.
Real strong ale. 2 for each.
Can do. You see, he kind of like whispers over to the next person. It kind of goes down the line like telephone, and you see somebody at the end start like grabbing 4 mugs with one hand and just opens a tab and starts filling them up while talking to other people and then like barking commands at each other. The ales get passed down as each of them grab them and they set them in front of you. 20 gold.
There you go.
He takes it and then kind of like starts talking to the people behind you immediately as they are now pushing into your spot as the 2 of you are getting your drinks and like trying to get away from the bar. Very hectic around the bar.
Blends.
What?
Like crap blends.
Is there any space, like a little table or anything to set these down at?
Not a lot of tables. There is the railing around the dance floor where you see there's a couple spots that you guys could probably stop at. It seems as though somebody of also short stature has been around it because there's these little stools that would be completely useless to people sitting on. And you can walk over, stand on it, and be like at the perfect height for the railing, and you assume this is exactly what this stool is for.
Hell yeah. Yeah,
Oh. If you want to be taller, I can put you on my shoulders.
we'll
And
see.
you could sit at the same time.
All right, we'll see. I don't hate that idea. I was thinking we just chug these and then go into that.
I look over. Yes.
But, feel the situation. It's probably not as violent as Berg's, but feel that.
I mean, I like dancing. I do. I really like dancing. I know how to dance without killing. I think.
Hells yeah.
I mean, granted, most of the people I danced with were like my size or bigger, so yeah.
Oh, based on what I see, they may like a little bumping, But anyway, let's do that.
Wow.
Then you two slam your drinks and walk down into the dance floor. And for the next couple hours, just enjoy the evening. Have fun. Thavo, you find like groups of people that dance similarly to how you have always danced. And you all kind of like nudge together, and there's this like weird space separating kind of the larger people in the bar where they're dancing and everybody else. And Flynn, you find a bunch of people of your stature that dance with you and have fun. People like picking you up and dancing with you, just having a good time and enjoying the evening. Eventually, it begins to dwindle. The dance floor clears out. See, the bar is less packed with people. The music slowly begins to turn into like a softer, more melody of the evening time, and hey, get ready for bed and get the fuck out of here. And it seems the evening at the Nameless Bar has come to an end. Where do you two go?
I'm gonna find some sort of an inn, get us a couple of rooms since our house is destroyed.
Okay. You find an inn, cost you about 40 gold if for one room. It'd be 80 for two. Seems to be the more simple one. You are in the more southern district of Yavin, the one closer to the wharf, so it's a little bit more pricey, but they all seem to be very nice.
Without Bill, I think we should share a room. I'll sleep on the floor. On the other side of the room.
We have rooms with 2 beds, if that's fine.
Oh, even better. Alright, 40 gold. Here we go.
Very well. Breakfast will be served at sunrise. And outside of that, enjoy your stay.
Oh, thank you.
You know what we should do tomorrow morning before we leave? We should go get some of those beans to always put in our drinks.
Yeah. That'll really get us going, I think. Sometimes you just get up and you don't want to move. But if you had some beans, you can't help it. You gotta move.
Maybe we could like get some sap in the beans, and then we crush up the beans in the sap, and then every morning we take a bit of bean sap.
I'm still trying to learn your customs. I don't know about that one or the wood wheels mountain climbing.
You've never chewed on sap?
No,
Oh, but change your world.
I don't doubt it.
That's why my teeth are so white. And I just smile with all like my pointy tusks out.
All right, good to know. This is why I'm here, to learn.
Is there anything you want to do at the evening, or do we rest and start the new day?
Rest. Yeah.
I stay up for a little bit and just kind of make sure he's asleep, make sure the surroundings are fine, since we did just have a flesh golem tear our place apart. Or their place apart.
Okay. You stay up for a while. Flynn seems to knock out after a little bit. Pretty exhausted from staying up the previous night fighting and then going unconscious and then being brought back and then now partying through an entire day. He's pretty tired, so he falls asleep pretty quick. And you, short after, also find sleep. the next day starts. Breakfast is served in the lobby at sunrise. You'll get up a little bit later than that after the day that you had. So this free breakfast with every room is a little bit picked through. There's enough to make decent plates and, you know, fill you up, at least to start this day. You both finish eating. What are the next steps for the two of you?
We have horses, right?
Oh, we do actually have horses here.
Well,
What are you feeling, Tavo?
I mean, I think we should go get some beans. And then we go get the horses. And then I'm really just along for the ride. I'm just here to make sure you are alive. I was supposed to make sure Bill's also alive, but I've hit him a few times. I think he'll be fine.
Yeah, and all the people he's hanging out with, they're just like him, so imagine like 12 of those people.
Wait. Like, there's like a whole bunch of them?
Yeah.
I could just like go have a punching bag day. Gonna
Yeah.
remember that.
They're like being surrounded in a puffy room, pads, no escape. If you were on their bad side.
I love that.
Let's go get some bean juice. Pick up some horses. I think the best. And the plan was to come here and go back. I guess we can just go back. You want to find that ship with the missing people and try to punish the captain? Maybe they're coming back around.
I don't think I want to get back on that ship.
Alright.
I really wanted that dog, but I don't want the dog that bad. I got Kiwi.
How is Kiwi? Not seeing the Kiwi around.
Oh, Kiwi's fine. Come on, Kiwi. Kiwi had a little bit last night, too. Like, villaging around and gave her some beans.
That's probably good.
You see the small white mouse. It is still vibrating from the amount of beans you gave it the previous day. It's just like eyes wide, the pupils are super dilated, and it's just like...
Okay, wait, do you not sleep? Oh, go on. Try to go to sleep.
Maybe not for... I mean, it's a lot for me. That thing's smaller than I am.
Well, now we know. And now
Yes.
we move on.
As one should.
So, you leave the place that you stayed at for the evening, the inn that you stayed at. You go back to the Cinder Court to acquire some bean. They give you just straight, like, the bean liquid.
Oh, do you not have, like, the actual beans?
I could pour some of my whiskey into it for us.
Tara, who you're talking to this early in the morning when nobody's in here. I can get you some of the beans.
That would be great.
It's expensive, though. They're hard to get.
I mean, just like a bag of, like, 20 beans.
200 gold.
Alright. I'll give her 200 gold.
Hard
That's
out 200 gold, and you get 20 beans.
Which I don't have much money, so... Take it all! Shut up and take my money.
And here's a couple, drinks. Non-alcoholic, of course.
That's alright. Thank you so much.
Do you, receive 2 shots of whatever this bean juice is? This dark, almost black liquid. And you are energized for the day. Outsiders Arcana. Sponsored by Beans. And then you're going to horses.
Either that, or do we want to get on another ship back to the capital?
I mean, when we went to go to the capital to try and get horses, they're on pretty low supply, so it's probably just nice to always have some horses.
Alright. Might be a longer journey back, which doesn't bother me.
It didn't seem like they were in a hurry for us to come back.
Alright. And this might, we might run into some more culty stuff. Learn more about that. Might be good to take it a little easy, for a while anyway. At least if we get into trouble out in the woods, we can go somewhere. Unlike trouble on a ship. Just stuck.
Got more escapes. We have got like north, south, east, and west.
Everyone, yeah,
And the ones in between.
of course. Alright, then we do go to horses, and we pick up the horses that Pharaoh only remembered the name of.
Me and Cloud.
I don't know that. Flynn don't remember that.
I'm just letting you know that.
I don't remember that.
You head back to horses and run into Horse. Well, just you, huh?
It's been quite the journey past couple of months.
Yeah, I get it. Seen it all. Been adventuring myself, I know how it is. So you just want your 2 horses then, right?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Been well fed, been well behaved. Enjoy. Be safe out there.
Leads out your 2 horses. They are the same horses, you recognize them. With all the gear provided, and you 2 hop on horses, and where are you going on horses?
Take a long journey towards the capital. Just pulling out a map and finding a road that heads that direction until something happens or until Flynn remembers something else to do.
Okay. So, looking at the map, you do have 2 routes. You have the one route that you have previously gone on that goes through the mining community. Your first adventure here when you went and cleared out the mines that leads also in the direction of the ancient ruins that you spent time in. There's that route that goes left around the giant lake outside of Yavin. And the other route would be going the opposite way around the lake, which would lead you through the desert and head you to Fort Swelter, where you delivered the package very early on as well. So those are the 2 routes you have.
I'm gonna take the route that goes towards the ruined city.
Okay. Yeah. That's at the gate that you're at, so you don't have to wander back around the city or go anywhere else. You just head off in the direction of the old ancient city. The first day goes by. Getting closer to the evening, not completely to where it's dark, but the sun is now setting and the sky is beginning to illuminate, casting bright and wild colors all over the place. I need to find something. In that moment, as you all are getting closer to that mountain range that you first started adventuring in, the earth begins to rumble. The ground's shaking. The horses become restless and start kicking and shooing and moving, like the wind starts to pick up. The trees around you begin almost like bending at the force of the wind. Both of you kind of just looking in the direction, trying to open your eyes against this aggressive current of air. From the other side of the mountain, you see almost this like aura of light kind of silhouette the mountain range in front of you. You hear a roar. A roar so aggressive that it shakes you on the inside, knowing that it's very far away from you. It feels like the entire continent is moving under you. With the sun setting, kind of backdrop on the mountain range, you see 6 long heads begin to branch up over the mountains. You see all the heads begin to descend and come to a point and start to disappear behind the backdrop of this mountain range. As both of you are stuck in the shock and realization of what's happening, you hear a voice for a split second in your head. That's not right. Everything hits black. Your vision was completely gone. You get these faint glimpses, seeing a subterranean city. Flynn, reminding you very much of the ancient ruins that you had previously delved into. You see flashes of that. And then you come to. Your vision clarifies. The sound of ocean waves crashing against a boat creaking in the ocean is the first thing you recognize as you realize you're just staring up into the sky into what seems to be nighttime. The two of you stand shoulder to shoulder on a ship in the middle of the ocean.
Where are our horses?
No horses.
Check for Kiwi.
Kiwi's still in your pocket.
Just gonna do a quick look around. Do I recognize the ship?
Taking a look around, you have seen this ship somewhere before. It's been a minute. Oh. This is the ship you took into Yavin. Looking around, you do see a hefty captain kind of at the helm of the ship in the middle of the night. No one else seems to be up here except for the captain.
I'm gonna take off my hat and look at it. Is it the wizard hat or is it my old pirate hat?
It's the wizard hat.
I'm gonna walk up to the captain. Captain Carmine?
Hello?
Forgive me if this sounds odd, but how did I get here?
Carmine was a woman, wasn't it?
I don't think so. I don't remember what I wrote. Carmine.
Yeah, because we didn't really touch on the captain of the ship.
I just came up with a name that I liked, and that was it. I imagined it being a big dude. His name is Denim Carmine.
Okay. Yeah.
Did I'm Carmine? Sorry. Okay.
You see Carmen's face turn in your direction, kind of with question. How'd you get on the ship? You paid for passage. We're gonna be in Yavin here in about a day.
Right. Thank you. Sorry, yeah, sea is getting to me, I think.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's kind of been a long night. The sun should be rising about now.
I'm gonna go back to Thavo. Do you remember what we're doing and who I am and stuff?
I mean, I think so. We were on horses, right? Not on a ship, because we decided no ship after Old Naked Man, right?
Right, yeah.
Okay.
It's funny. This was the ship that I took into Yavin months ago. And it appears that's where we're going now. As if time somehow were reversed. I'm gonna reach into my shirt and feel for the armpit wrinkles.
Yeah, they're still there.
Goddamn bitch!
I mean, I know like while traveling, you guys told me some things about how this is like a weird plane, right? Maybe time's not the same. Maybe we walked into like a time warp, quantum leap.
I mean, we've been through that path before, Bill and Pharaoh. And that did not happen last time. I think
Wait.
someone... what?
But he recognized you, you said, right?
The captain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi.
I asked him how we got here. He made it seem like I'd been here, you know, that it was normal. And it sounded a lot like how it was when I first arrived. Plus, we saw the six heads. I think someone made a wish, Savo.
I was just about to say that.
But what wish, I don't know. And how that brought us here. And why you're still with me. Back to where I started.
Yeah, because I would still be somewhere else if time started over, right?
I don't know. Did we recognize the voice that was in our head?
No. No need to roll. You have no idea whose voice that was.
Was that voice the same voice as like when we got like this like killed the cultists? Because there was a voice then, wasn't there? Like the maze amulets.
I don't think there was a voice with the amulets. I don't
Okay.
recall there being one.
Okay.
I'm just gonna check everything real quick. Make sure I have everything that I had.
Everything's exactly how it was from what you last remember.
I'm gonna pull Kiwi out. And you speak with animals and be like, Kiwi, do you remember eating the beans I gave you?
Yeah. They made me real shaky. They were good. You got more?
I mean, I'll give you a little bit more later, but like a small amount. Okay, thank you, Kiwi. Go back in. So, all three of us have our memories, but this guy doesn't.
I guess we just wait. Get to Yavin and see what happens. Go back to horse and see if we still got our horses. Find Bill, if we can find Bill. Go to his camp.
Maybe your house is still there with the box.
If this is, well, we had the box special made. And if the wish has already been done, then I think the Scalador's just scatter in random places. So there's no guarantee that we'd find them in the same place again.
I mean, that would be pretty random if we found it where we thought we would find it.
Sure.
Maybe it's like you don't think about where it is, but you just have to really believe. And if you don't believe, it's not there.
Sounds a lot like magic.
Never mind, I hope it's not there. If it's there, then don't touch it. Probably wrong.
All right. So far, it's not like the world's ended. Huh. We'll just see what happens.
You ride through the evening. And once again, Flynn, familiar to you. The night is way too long. Sunlight eventually crests the horizon, and maybe some miles in front of you, you see Yavin, a medium-sized city, a statue in the port. As you go down to more of the southern edge of Yavin and park in the same spot you did previously. The plank is set on the edge of the ship, and people start to dismount, except for the group of you that are here for a specific reason. You see a massive man walk up the plank. Rippling muscles, wearing heavy armor. Alright. I take it those of you are here for adventure, here to join the Ocean Guild. We got random numbers, when to show up. Get acquainted with the city, appointments start tomorrow. Here's the tags. Starts handing them out. Eventually it gets to you two. Here's 2 for you, looks like you two are together. Alright. You see him look over the edge of the ship. And... Hey, Bosch. This is the group you're with. Over the edge of the ship,
Okay.
yelled in the direction of this creature. You see a look of confusion, the same as yours. Bosch, you remember stepping into Muthana, seeing a handful of prints on the ground. And now you're here. Why are you here? When you came to, you were just staring at this piece of paper that had like a time on it and a number. And now you're being shouted at by a massive hulking man wearing heavy armor. Bosch, this is the group you're with.
What do you mean the group I'm with?
You're joining the guild. You typically set y'all up with 4 people for your entry quest. Want to make sure that some of you make it out. This is who you're paired with.
So I'll slowly go over and join him, but I'm eyeing everything suspiciously.
Yes, everybody very confused. Meeting kind of like on the dock. Bosch, if you would like to describe what Flynn and Thavo see.
So you see a creature, it's about 4'6", 4'7", has a hood up. His leather armor are bright purples and dark blue, and trimmed with like a brown, like a real woody looking. He does have a pretty intricately carved arrow strapped across his shoulder. when he gets up to you, he'll pull his hood back, and you could see 2 rabbit ears pop up from the top of his head, effectively making him about 5'6". But he is a rabbit creature, a Harengon. So looking at him, his fur is darkish gray, but he has a set of spots just all over his body. It makes, when you look at him, a little weird. His fur seems to shimmer a little bit. So I will walk up with that group, but I will kind of keep my distance a little bit until I figure out what the hell's going on.
Whisper down into my pocket to Kiwi. Kiwi, I found you a new playdate.
I'm just waiting until they tell us that we're good to go.
You recall once you got the slip last time that you were good to explore the city.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Let's go join the Oceans Guild. First time ever.
Hey, funny guy, they said your name was Bosch, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I'm Thavo, and I would like to touch your ears.
That's probably inappropriate.
That's why I asked, because it's a polite thing to do.
Why?
They look very soft.
I'll look over to Flynn. Is she all right?
Yes. Well, I don't know. Ultimately, yes. In this moment, I don't know. I wanted to get out of earshot of people so that I could have a discussion with you. But harmless. Harmless in this moment. Very dangerous if you get on her bad side. But if you say no to the ear touching, you won't be on her bad side. Sorry, I'm very stressed out right now.
You guys seemed as confused about what's just happened as I am.
Yes.
Let's find somewhere we can talk. So you see at the tip of his ears, he has 2 little silver earrings. You know, actually hook it on the back of his collar and put his hood back up.
So that's a no to the ear thing, right?
For now.
Alright, we'll work up to it.
Gotta build a layer of trust before you just start rubbing ears.
I'll let you pet my mouse if you let me pet your ears.
Not a euphemism.
Oh, so it's a real mouse.
Yeah, she's got a real mouse. Real pet. She's a gentle giant until she's not. I'm just gonna go to Berg's. I know a place somehow.
Okay. You walk through the streets, knowing your way fairly well for your first time in the city of Yavin, where you make your way into Malor's throat. The familiar noise of celebration and music is the first thing to hit your ear as you head in the direction of Berg's. Walking in, looks as you remember. You see crowds of people standing around, everybody drinking and just having a good time this early in the morning. They all look to be adventurers. For you, Bosch, even though your name says Bill Brasky Heatherfoot on my end, so it's going to be terribly hard for me to remember your name. Bosch, you are greeted with uplifting music and walk into a very almost seedy double-doored like saloon style bar where it's crowded. Everybody is wearing heavy armor. Everybody looks to be powerful in some fashion. Looking behind the bar, you see a bartender, a dark elf. Kind of this short, white hair that goes behind the head. Looks over in your direction. Oh, hello. Welcome to Berg's.
Is that Lacenar?
It is Lacenar.
What the fuck? I'm gonna beeline it to him.
Oh, hi, Lesnar. How you doing?
Have we met?
Fuck.
Yeah, we did. Remember, we met like a few weeks ago. Is that right, Len? Like a month ago.
Something like that. Oh, hell.
I must have really
Everything's-
been drinking that night.
You remember the Oceans Guild? Or another group?
I was a member of the Oceans Guild a long time ago. It was back in my adventuring days. I've since retired. Opened up this bar here in Malice Throat.
Oh, where's your serious half?
I'm unsure of what you're speaking of.
You know, the lady, the serious half. Wears a mask.
I must have really been drunk. I don't recall any of this. Did I get married?
In a place called Vegas of the Laws.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not seeing the guild symbol on you. It'd be full price for drinks, not discounted rates, if that's okay. I assume you're here to join anyways.
Yeah, that's what we're here for. But yeah, full price is fine for now. But yeah, 3 of your strongest ales would be good.
Of course. No problem. It'd be 30 gold.
All right. Here you go. Nice to see you again, kind of. Have a good day.
Sets the ales down in front of you, and the 3 of you are presented with wooden tankards of ale.
What is the demographic of like us walking through the city of people and in this bar also?
It's the same melting pot of a city. You see a lot of races, some very unique to what you were accustomed to. I guess not you so much. It's not as much the more exotic races as the capital was, where you're from, but it is definitely a varied city. You see tieflings, high elves, wood elves, dark elves, orcs, half orcs, Goliath. There's all sorts of different people here.
Okay.
So more of a variety than last time, but not as crazy as the capital.
Just as varied as the last time you were here. It was pretty varied the first time you showed up, Flynn.
Just gonna try to find a table. Flynn is all business right now.
You
Oh,
find a table?
The bartender was Alan, right? That was the last guy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Making sure I just didn't like drink a bunch last night. Maybe it's those coffee beans. Maybe that were like.
No, it's definitely the wish magic.
So
Alright,
I don't
Bosh.
I don't mean to interrupt. What the fuck is going on here?
Well, from our perspective, we were riding horses to go to a place. We stumbled upon a lot of stressful stuff. We were trying to fix it. Are you familiar with things known as Scaladors or line ghosts?
No.
All right. Well,
I was tracking things through the forest. and then I appeared next to a fucking boat.
Okay, real quick. You both seem to be speaking in code, because I've only been with this guy for like a month. So why don't we all just put our cards on the table and say what we were doing? If we don't like each other, we walk away. If we like each other, we're like, alright, let's be buddies.
Okay. From my home, random monsters started showing up and attacking my people and my family. I tracked them back to some weird ass fucking portal in the forest, and I found tracks that they were dragging what looked like giant bags. I assumed that they took some of my people. I stepped through this and track where they were going, and then I wake up on a goddamn dock.
Where were you? You weren't in Yavin, were you?
No, where I'm from, the leaves on the trees are purple and blue. What the fuck is this place?
Whoa.
From what we've learned before we got teleported onto a ship, this area is sort of like a mishmash of different realms. It's a lot. We were still trying to figure it out. These line ghosts, these pieces that I mentioned earlier, it is said that if you collect all of them, whoever collects them all gets a wish. We saw, up in the sky, a big six-headed monster. Someone saying, oh no, that's not right. And then we were on the ship. This has all happened to me before. But she was not with me. I was with 2 other people.
Yeah, I joined him a month ago to be his bodyguard. He had another guy, but he went off to go do a werewolf montage, and then we're on a boat.
So at least from my perspective, we've shot back in time.
But why do all of us have our memories, but Lesnar doesn't?
I don't know. It makes sense for me and you. I don't know where you fit into all of this. But if you, completely uninvolved, somehow still have your knowledge, other people must. So far we haven't found any. That bartender was not the original bartender of this place. He was working with us to help stop what we failed to stop.
What if we join the Ocean Scale? Because I didn't do this. I know you and your friend did. And then the people we do know in the city, we see test them out, test the memories out.
I feel like it'd be quicker to go to the capital. And we gotta do something. I mean, now we got a new friend here whose people's been taken. And I don't feel right not doing something about that.
So the people who took your people, do you know what they look like? Can you describe them?
I saw the tracks. I mean, the rest of us were fighting a basilisk. Not something that is ever near where our burrow is. I mean, it fucked us up pretty bad. I mean, we started tracking down where the monsters came from and found all kinds of different shit that's not supposed to be there. We didn't even know people were being taken. It was a guess. It looked like somebody was being dragged, but I just have to figure out how to stop the whatever portal thing that is.
1 second. I'm gonna run up to Lacenar. What's the news on the 3 families? Anything interesting?
No. Pretty much doing the same thing. Running the cities. I think one of the families is gonna be here in a few weeks. They're gonna have dinner at Calcidoria.
Which one's that?
Hold on, let me open my notes. Oh, that'd be the Yeltons.
Makes sense. They're the ones that do the Ocean Guild, yeah?
Yeah, they're the ones.
Nothing funny from the East Brides or the Davenlers?
Not that I've heard of, no. The circus is coming to town now. Be here in a few
Ooh.
weeks.
Right, the Twisted Sisters.
Oh, you already saw the flyers.
Of course I did. That's why I know it.
Nice. That'll be fun.
Oh, it will. Alright. Thank you.
Yes.
Alright, well, the three families here are still the same, so that's... So whoever didn't make the wish wasn't any dark elves who wished for things to go back to normal.
Wait, so you said this place is a realm between all the other realms?
From what we've learned, we still don't know all of the information, and there's a lot of people here that don't understand it either. But there's these three families that sort of control the whole continent, and they each came from a different realm. This place was just, was basically just run by the Dark Elves, by the Drow. These families came in and kind of just started taking over things, and these Line Ghost pieces, seems like everyone wanted their hands on them so they can get a wish. Seems as though someone did get their hands on them and made a wish, and that's what caused all of this to happen. That's what caused you to be here, for us to go back. I don't know what possible wish that could be or who's responsible. So far, any big information seems to be the same. The only thing that we've noticed that's out of place really is us and Lacenar behind the bar there.
Ooh. You, Bill, and your friend Pharaoh joined the Oceans Guild together, right?
Yes, with a dear friend named Keith.
Okay. What if we go wait outside of the Oceans Guild all day and see if we see either of those two people? And then that's all I got.
You just want to see if we run into Bill, Pharaoh, or Keith?
Maybe. I mean, Bosch, we're trying to figure out how to also pretty much get out of this place and fix some things as we try to get out.
Well, I have no idea where I first stepped foot here. I mean, I was just out of the portal for a few moments before I was on the dock, so if you don't mind, I'll stick around just for a while, maybe, and try to find some answers to what's going on.
I feel good about that. We've traveled this place a bit, so we could help make sure you don't go into bad spots, or at least not alone.
You have a
have
big
you-
bow there. Are you good with it?
Yeah, I've had a little bit of practice. Have you seen any other people like me?
No, but you're adorable.
You do mean rabbit kind, right? That's not
Yeah,
a slur,
yeah.
is it?
I don't think so. I mean,
Okay.
It's pretty cool to be a rabbit, I guess.
I think it looks cool. But no, never. Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from the Feywild, I guess. I mean, the Waden Forest is where my family lives.
Okay.
Well,
Oh, well-
those that are left, I mean, that basilisk messed up quite a bit of us. I mean, we weren't ready for one to just show up at our home.
I mean, if we go to the capital, there's quite a few people from the Fae there.
It's kind of why
Oh yeah.
I just want to go there first. I mean, they're the ones that know most about the land and may have some sort of an idea of what happened.
I think
But we
still
could.
wait outside of the Oceans Guild, see if your old friends have memories, and then head to the capital.
We can try. That process didn't take too long. We
What
just
if-
get what time were we supposed to be there? DM on the sheet of paper.
Yeah, you look down at your card, and it looks like it's after dusk, like 9 p.m.
Okay. Guess I could just retrace my steps for the night, get started, and he may offer us a job right off the bat. I'm trying to remember how the process went. Just see what happens. I mean, there's no contracts or anything like that, so nothing bad's gonna happen to us if we just don't do the job. Do that, get some horses or a ship, whatever faster, because now time is of the essence.
We build some trust. May I touch your ears?
You really have a thing for ears, don't you?
Again, I will let you touch my mouse in exchange.
Okay. And I'll pull back my hood and let my ears up and let you
Oh.
touch my ears.
All right, Kiwi, come on. I got you a new friend. Hold up, Kiwi. Would you like to hold Kiwi?
No, I'm okay. I don't. Yeah, it's fine. It's a nice mouse though.
Just gonna touch his ears. That's all I want. I just want to see how soft they are.
They are super soft.
Oh wow, I'm really gonna need like your regiment. I need to make Kiwi this soft. She hasn't been this soft in a while.
I wash them. That's all I really have to do.
Oh, Kiwi hates baths, so only about once a month.
So you touch ears and show off Kiwi. What is your next step?
Guess we'll go wait outside the Oceans Guild until it's our turn to go in.
Go to our meeting.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, I am Flynn Urican Cecilio Kite.
Nice to meet you. I'm Bosch Heatherfoot.
I'm Bobo.
Nice to meet you both. Has this happened before to you guys? Where you just go back in time?
Nope. Closest thing that happened to me is that I went forward in time physically, but that's a whole other story. I stayed in the present.
Wow, things are they're weird over here, aren't they? It's haven't really heard of that before.
It's terrible. Alright.
You'll make your way to the Oceans Guild right before your meeting time and get there right on time. You open the door to see a group of 4 standing in front of the table. Seems our conversation has come to an end as they're grabbing paperwork off the countertop. The interior of the Oceans Guild, very similar to how you remember it, Glenn. Mounts along the walls, 3 tables, and kind of like this weird cubby hole off to the side, and then there's like this entry desk that whoever runs the Ocean Guild stands behind. The group leaves. Glenn, you recognize someone in this group, being Keith, a former ally. walking by, seeing your group, looks at all of you. Hey, good luck on your mission, guys.
You too, and be mindful of any magical runic traps. Those are nasty.
Yeah. And then they leave.
God damn it, Keith. Open your eyes. You have a second chance.
Walking up to the countertop, you see nobody is there at the moment. And then out from behind the kind of like curtained doorway, steps a Goliath woman. Hey, name's Galland. Welcome to the Ocean Guild. Orientation, I guess. We don't have an extra member to throw on your group. You don't look capable, though. So pretty much we're a guild. Ran by the family, pay well, and get magic items, a lot of money. That's pretty much it. Need you to fill out these forms. If you die out there, these can pretty much be your last will. Your belongings will get sent to whoever you jot down on the form. Yeah, that's about it. Fill that out and give you your entry quest.
I'll take the form and write down Bill Brasky, Pharaoh, whatever her last name was, Thavo, Bosch Heatherfoot. Just do that.
Okay. Thavo and Bosch, do you fill yours out?
I copy Flynn's answers and write them down.
I will just put Flynn, and I will also give Flynn just like a little piece of paper and being like, hey, something, I don't know how this works, but I'll give it to you, and then I'm gonna fill out a little piece of paper. This is my dad. You can take him to there. But I don't want to put his name there because I don't want to tell them where he is.
Very well. I will put that in the bag of holding.
I'll just give you like...
Actually, I will shove that in my wizard book. Put it in the holster.
I just give you a name that says Bardar. Bahdar. And I'll put like a rough estimate of like where his location is. It is on this continent.
So, you all fill out your forms. Galland takes all of the paperworks. So, you know, kind of drop them in a bin behind her. Alright. Entry quest. We've got a shipment of high priority that needs to go out to Fort Swelter. Or for some ancient ruins around the mountain range. There's some books that they need. I don't know.
Oh, the ruins sound pretty interesting. What you know about them?
Oh, I mean, the ruins out there, kind of like an old city. Lots of people go out there. It's pretty dangerous. Never been myself. I've been like over the top of it. There's like a altar and some stuff. But if that's the one you're taking, you can ship off whenever. Here's the information. And she kind of slides a piece of paper over and it says, you'll know it when you see it. Important books.
Is that what the letter said last time?
Yeah, and then had directions to be like in the underground ancient city.
Damn, I was hoping it was a signal from someone like, ooh, you already know it. Nope. Alright.
Yeah, it was just as vague the last time.
Bitch. All right, sounds good. Unless you two have any objections. Gallant pleasure. What?
Is there a place like we could go get like any like supplies or weapons?
Yeah. There's a smith right around the back that you'll have access to once you complete your entry mission.
What's the smith's name?
Pharaoh.
Cause she was
Interesting.
better at Gallant, at metalwork. Hell yeah, go Pharaoh.
Just gonna look at my necklace. Still got a third ring on it.
Still has the third ring on it.
Very well. All right. What's about lodging? Are we able to? Is there an inn or?
There's in around town. We will provide you with property once you make it back through the entry quest. But until then, feel free to stay at any inn. Sleep outside if you want.
Very well. Thank you, Galland. And we will see you when we get back.
Good luck.
Once we get outside, I'll be like, right. So, Bosch, that was different. Galland was originally the blacksmith. A man named Meat was in her place, and Pharaoh is my old friend who did not make it. So she's still with us. Did not see Bill, and I really don't have high hopes for Keith either. But this ruined city... Oh, go ahead.
The people that are in different positions now, what all did they have in common? I mean, were they all working on your side?
Galland was more neutral. She was literally just the blacksmith that lived here and worked for this company. We had kind of started working for the people of the capital. They're kind of at odds with each other. From what we learned, it seems as though the Drow were the more oppressed, whereas the Ocean's Guild and the other two families were the oppressors. A lot of the people around here are just out doing simple jobs. They don't really dig into the what's and whys like we did. Pharaoh, yes, she entered just like we did now. We were strangers. So far, I don't really see too much of a connection.
What if
Was
there's someone
Pharaoh
else
from
that's
here, though?
oppressed?
She wasn't she? She was from the continent, but not Yavin, right? No?
Mm,
No,
shit.
she wasn't.
What if someone else is being oppressed in the place of the Dark Elves? Why don't we go check before? Because I think we should do this mission just to kind of see.
Well, this place is where I first discovered. Well, both missions had a line ghost involved.
What if we go see if Bill and his old friends or his werewolf punching bags are
Well, Bill
there?
didn't start that way. When he was with us, he was just a normal druid man, half elf, and then became one. But he also had a daughter back in Taldore, so his fate could be completely different. We
Did
can
you
still-
know anybody else in town?
Quite a few people. Let's see what it's like. 10 o'clock now at night. I know where the camp is. Where Bill's werewolves and werebears and all those people are. But it's getting pretty late. And I think we should do this mission 1 to see if we can get a piece. I don't have high hopes, but I'm still curious. And then we'll get property, so we'll have a house, which would be good to have, because we don't know how long this is going to take. If we can see about talking to everyone else I know, try to learn something. I still feel like most of our answers will come at the capital, but it doesn't hurt while we're here to cover everything.
As if the capital even exists anymore.
You're suggesting that one of the families made a wish it did away with them, yeah?
Maybe that. Maybe you sound like your teacher had a lot of stuff involved with this. Maybe Bill left and then they tricked him and then one of them made a wish. I mean, it could be so many things. I don't know the families as well as you do.
Oh, I don't know much. Just reputation and all of that. Never even met them. Most people don't meet them.
Bosh, are you used to like other kinds outside of rabbit folk, or have you just been around rabbit folk?
Some, I mean, there was a few druids in the forest, but they got real weird when they got older. We do know some of the elves.
What do you mean they got weird?
Druids tend to get, I don't know, they live a long time, and that's a lot of time to grow and think. And personally, I think their brains aren't just designed to hold, thousands and thousands of years of memories and hatreds and loves, and they just get real weird because they spend a lot of time by themselves. And I don't know, we were always just told to stay away from the old druids because they're just real eccentric.
Okay.
All right. Well, I suppose let's get some rooms, do this mission in the morning. Bosh, we've got plenty of gold and supplies if need be. I don't know what all you need. What do you do?
I normally hunt on my own quite a bit. Once we get away from the city, I'm just fine and dandy. But I got my bow and arrows, and I'm pretty good for the moment. I don't know what we're going to be fighting, though.
When we went, there was a small beholder type of creature. We were able to dispatch it, and we weren't as strong then, so I don't think it'll be a problem. Now, who knows? Who knows what it is now? It could be a fucking dragon. If it's a dragon. Anyway, and then on the way out, there were a couple of vampires that we had to deal with. But as far as the interior of the ruined city, there wasn't much. But maybe ghosts, I don't know. Blub Blub was weird about that.
Ghosts.
Maybe. But they didn't hurt us. I think it was just echoes of the past. Because something bad happened there. That was a direct result of my old teacher.
Well, once we get out of the city, I'm pretty handy with a bow and arrow, but I've also grew up, tracking and moving through the forest. At night, it's pretty hard to see me at night. I mean, once you get away from all the torches and stuff.
Stealth hair. I like it.
Well, even a little bit beyond that. I mean, I grew up in the Feywild. There's a lot of magic there, but you can't see me at night in the dark.
Is it like an ability that you have? Do you actually go invisible?
Yeah, like most people that can see in the dark without torches and stuff, they can't see me.
I love that. Now I kind of hope that we do see the vampires because you can just shoot them in the face and they won't even know. They'll be like, who's shooting me?
You guys fight a lot of vampires? I'm not really used to that.
No, really, there's just a couple, and it was early on in my adventuring career, so I really thought I'd see more, but no, just there's what 2 or 3. Thava wasn't there for that one. You would have loved that.
I'm about to say I've never fought a vampire, but I sure would like to give it a try.
Creepy little fucks, but they were all right. I got one. I froze it. Well, I'll get us some rooms, yeah. I guess that's the plan, unless you've got any other suggestions, Thava. Or Bosch, if you've got any ideas that you're not familiar with the area. I'll start leading the party to the nearest inn that I know.
Oh, Trey, we can't hear you. No.
He said you leveled up.
3 levels. No. We want to take a quick break and I'll check on the AC guy. Okay. Hey, internet. Go down, like and subscribe.
Like
Over
and
here.
subscribe.
We're here.
Figure out how we're going to totally solve this mystery like we've done the entire time.
We're gonna start the whole campaign over, but with a bunny. Come on in.
At level 5.
Yes. All right.
Microphone. Hey. Microphone is working on stream. Okay. So that's working. And we're back, and we're back. And faces, hey, my mic shows up on OBS. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, sorry. I went, zoned out through all of that. So what were we doing? Where were we at? You guys were looking for an inn, right?
Yup, in times, and then
We
Ruin
leveled
City
up to
times.
8.
Ruin City time.
It was 9, but you know, I'll take 8.
In the evening, Flynn leads you all to the same inn that Thavo, you and Flynn had just stayed at. 3 rooms, 2 rooms. How would you like to split this up?
Just one with 3 beds.
I don't have 1 room with 3 beds.
I'll sleep on the floor. It's fine.
Very well. 40 gold then.
Gotcha.
You hand over the 40 gold. Breakfast will be served at sunrise. Complimentary for staying here. You'll have yourselves a nice day.
Thank you.
You head to the room. Decent sized room with 2 beds. And unless there's something else you all wish to accomplish, we take a rest. And morning strikes as you all wake up very early, kind of at sunrise. Go and get breakfast. This time it is full and plentiful since it's not picked through and all gone away. So there's plenty of food for the 3 of you to eat. You eat your breakfast for the day. And what's the next step?
Bosch, do you need supplies, healing potions, anything like that? I could probably do with some more potions to be safe.
I do know a healing spell. No, I was ready for a long trip of tracking and stuff when I was just appeared there at the dock, so I'm fairly well stocked up on rations.
All right.
Before we go, could you give us a rundown of what it was like last time you did this mission? I mean, I think figuring out the differences in what you've done before might help us figure out what's going on.
If I'm not mistaken, on the way there is when we encountered a fish friend by the name of Blub Blub. Very socially different. He first tried to capture one of us with a net to prove something to his people. I don't know. Eventually, he was actually pretty peaceful. Just doesn't know about societal norms. So watch out for a fish person in the brush with a net, just in case. He won't actually hurt you. I don't know, unless people are evil now. When we got there, there was a little beholder creature at the top of these stairs that had killed the adventuring party before. Oh no. I bet that's where Keith is. I'm gonna find Keith's body. Shit. Anyway. So just be wary going up the stairs. And then, as far as I know, I don't remember anything down in the city that was harmful. Once we get to the room where we find what we need, there's a floating gem. Do not touch the floating gem. The floating gem is a teleportation device that will take you right to my teacher's school. That is where she casts the aging spell on me. And I'm just not in the mood to go through that again. Because in order to get rid of that, I had to pay quite a price, and I honestly still don't think that price has been paid in full. Sorry, that got off topic. Just don't touch the floating gem.
Don't touch gem. Got it.
Don't touch floating gems. We're there for a book, and hopefully the peace.
And how do you plan on getting here, there?
Gonna go buy old horses. Unless it's something different now. Meats horses. Kinglick's
Brasky's
horses. Brasky's horses. Bill's bucks.
I mean, you nailed it on the first try. You walk back to horses, and it is now called horse's meat.
God damn it.
And there you see a burly human man, bald on top, scarred face, and these kind of runic circles tattooed around his eye that kind of descend back on the head. Hey, welcome to Horse's Meat. I'm Meat. Looking to get some horses?
Yes, we are. I don't know if you've got 3 available.
Yeah, I got 3 horses. And kind of just turns and there's a bunch of horses behind him. Bunch of horses. If you want me to pick them? Because I'll get you the ones that are the better trained and ready to go. Or if you feel so inclined, you can walk in there and pick your own.
No, I trust your judgment. You're alright with horses, boss, right?
Yeah, I haven't rode one before, but I think I'd be okay.
It's not too bad. Just don't be too intimidated. They get nervous when you're nervous. But if you're not comfortable, like, we can also double up on one.
I mean, I'm
you
not
guys
too
are-
big. I mean,
You guys are pretty small. We could just do 2 horses, and I'll have one.
All right, we'll do that then.
And I'm picking them. 2 horses, right?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Moment passes. Comes back with 2 horses. A white one with kind of this black kind of saddle-baggy pattern on its back. And then a gray one with some brown spots that are few and far between. It's like a grayish brown on the solid gray, almost slate-colored horse. There you go. I'll name the horses so you can call it whatever you want. It's gonna be 200 a horse. Whenever you're not using them, you can bring them back here. I'll take care of them, feed them. If you go on like a sea adventure, or go somewhere that probably wouldn't be the best to take horses, you just leave them with me.
Do we happen to see the same horses we did have, though? Just out of curiosity, looking around.
Yeah. The horses that you remembered hopping on before whatever happened, they're out there.
Go look at Flynn and be like, what about those horses?
You know, these are probably good. These are, I mean, in this time, these 2 are probably more trained than those 2. Whereas
yeah.
last time, those 2 were better, because I like gesture to meet like different stuff.
You good with these?
Yeah.
Alright. 400 gold total. You got yourself 2 fine horses.
Done.
can I make an insight check to see if he sold us some decent horses?
Go for
Or
it.
if, like, he believes he sold us decent horses.
Yeah, you can do insight on him. You rolled directly to me. But, based on your roll, they're the best horses here. There might not be a better horse in the world than these 2.
What'd you roll? Did you roll 1?
For the rest, yeah, straight one of my very first roll.
Well, that sounds too good. I don't think it's good.
Well, they look like pretty good horses to me.
And
Who has never seen horses before?
And with horses, paying your 400 gold, you hop on your horses and head to the ruin city, the old ancient ruins.
We get out of the city. I would like to use speak with animals and ask what these horses' names are.
I was gonna tell you to. I should have known you would just do it.
You can't give me a speak with animals spell and not use it. I mean, it's not even a spell. I can do it.
The slate horse that you are on says,
They call me Sunflower.
Sunflower. Oh, alright. Nice to meet you, Sunflower. And you?
and the other horse that Flynn and Bosch are on says, Whee!
Alright. You guys like any particular foods?
Apples.
Alright. Do you guys know any horses named Me and Cloud by chance?
Me!
Alright. Good talk. You're good horses. Get you some
We got a
apples.
dumb horse.
Alright, so found out the names of the horses. One I'm on, this is Sunflower. And then you are on Wee.
Way!
But they like apples, so we might want to keep an eye out for some apples.
How's we moving? Walking normal?
Yeah, normal.
Alright, we keep my eye on you.
Then it transforms and it's Bill.
Hey guys, I was wondering when you were gonna show up. I've got a story.
What was that?
So, you all head to the ancient city ruins. A few days travel. Fairly uneventful. You've been down this path before.
At some point, I guess for our first stop, I want to just ritual cast Detect Magic at some point. Just to see if this is real or an illusion.
Okay. So the first evening kind of closes in on you. You cast Detect Magic, just sitting around the campfire, getting rations ready. Outside of you all is no magic.
Okay.
Travel continues. The days pass, and you get to the site of the ancient ruins. You see it kind of cresting the top of a hill as you're wrapping on the southern side closest to the lake. No blub throughout the days. Nothing shows up that you remember from the last time you did this. But you see the ruins on top of the hill.
Right, and then the hill goes up, and then there's a thing with stairs. Is that how it goes?
Yep, and there are the three spires that kind of branch out around whatever this little platform is on top of the hill. Where you, last recall, you ran into a spectator.
That's what it's called. Couldn't remember. Alright, so right up there, three spires. That's where the beholdery spectator thingy bulb was. So just be cautious climbing up. I'll cast mage armor on myself. It's not terribly fast. Assuming it's the same thing, just be cautious. But the spires did serve as a good cover. There is something to be done up there. So, follow me.
To lead.
What?
Do you want me to lead? Since that way I can just hit it hard.
If you want, when we get to the stairs, if you want to be the one that peeks up, or however you want to do it. I imagine at that point, if there's something to be done, we'll just do it.
Assume we'll tie our horses. What a big rabbit!
Give me just a second, trying to set up old Bosch here. There we go. Let's see if that works out. But with that, we can jump to the full screen, which I think is that. Look at that. There it all is. You make your way to the stairs. Who is taking the lead to the top?
Id.
Okay. Walk up to the top, all of you sneakily moving up that direction, and in front of you, you do see this ball of a creature with these long stalks dangling off of it, kind of like down like a flowing hair around whatever this little altar is in the center, and it seems to be asleep at the moment. Being cautious, you don't seem to have alerted it.
Flint, like, hey, want me to just go up and hit it? Or you guys position yourselves and then I hit it?
It's a pretty good idea. Bosch?
I'll give him a nod. This map here, the ring that Thabo is standing on, is that elevated from everything outside of that?
The stairs lead up to that point, so there is like some rubble that is around the map, but that spot right there is level with the steps.
I'll go ahead and cast Pass Without a Trace on everybody.
Okay. You all feel more sneaky as a Pass Without a Trace kicks on all of you, and you're kind of surrounded in like these dark shadows that allow you to blend better in with the terrain.
I'm gonna look over wide-eyed at Bosch. I'm gonna look at Flynn like he doesn't know the rules, Flynn.
Good magic. Good magic.
I'm very hesitant, but I'll move forward.
I need all of you to make stealth checks with +10.
He let you touch his ears.
This will add 10. 21.
Who'd have thunk that a thing with a bunch of eyes can see good?
Sleeping, you all get into position. Flynn, is that where you're going to be?
No, I'm going to get up to there and hide behind that thing.
Okay, so you kind of spin around. Once the two of them are in position, Thavo, you start moving up to make your attack. As you get within 5 feet of it, you see one of the eyes kind of like opens in your direction.
And I swing down as soon as it opens.
Yeah, I need y'all to roll initiative.
Ooh, look at you, big roller.
Let me throw on some battle music.
9.6 to initiative. That's insane. Oh my god.
But then, of course, you always roll low when you do that.
Naturally.
Oh, speaking of which, you took your free feat at the beginning, didn't you, Nick?
No, I didn't take a feat.
Everybody starts with a feat, so now you know.
Just do that
Right.
alert, man. You need that initiative to go up.
I'll do that after this session and figure out what I'm going to take.
Thavo, you do not get a sneak attack round on the creature since it knows you're there. But Flynn and Bosch, both of you do, so go ahead and take your turn.
Would you like to go first? Well, actually, he does go first, so.
I'll just save some spells for now. Because I have a good feeling about this. So I'll just cantrip some Ray of Frost at the boy. Ray of Frost. Frost. Mother bitch.
A 9, you would have advantage because this is a surprise round, so you can roll one more time. That one hits. Eight points of cold damage.
And its speed is reduced by 10 until the start of my next turn.
Okay. Yeah,
Then
so
I'll get back behind that pillar.
yeah, the book comes out and you kind of throw your hand forward as this beam of ice shoots out at the spectator that is caught, has its attention fixed on Thavo and gets smashed in the back with this ball of ice weighting it down. Bosch.
I'm going to take my shots at it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that hits. 27, I guess, is what that is.
Yeah, so with my fighting style, that's how it looks like. It adds the +2 for my archery onto it.
Yeah, okay. Hit, 5 damage.
And since the first one hit, I get that bonus one.
That one hits as well.
And then I get the second part of my multi-attack, and that should be it.
That one hits as well. And rapidly, a flurry of arrows all sink into the creature. You see the ice beginning to crack from the backside of it. Man, that ends the surprise round. One. You're up. This creature's looking bad. Not even moved from the podium.
I thought about spicing it up, but Ray of Frost is stronger. Again?
And again it hits. How do you want to destroy this creature?
So gonna go around and do the same thing and just freeze it into a little ball. It's gonna get real cold, and then I imagine as it slumps to the ground, some of its eye stalks will just shatter off.
Yeah, so as it's lifting up, getting ready to attack one of the three of you, another beam of ice fully encompasses its body after being partially frozen. Now, fully frozen spectator as it falls onto the altar and then rolls off, and you see the eye stalks and the ball form of the spectator just shatter across the ground. And you all are out of combat.
Oh well, I didn't even get to do anything.
All right. Yeah, we got a lot stronger since last time. All right. It wasn't a dragon.
Gonna kick the ice ball off the center.
It is just a pile of ice chunks at the moment. It's not even full.
Hoping like ice ball soccer kick.
All right. Trying to remember what we did here. This was some sort of a puzzle with fire, if I'm not mistaken. just look at these podiums and see if they look the same as before.
Yeah, the same indent is on all of these podiums. You do notice that there aren't any bodies this time around the altar. So there's no notes on what to do, but you've done it before.
Think to myself, probably because we did this one first this time. Oh, but out of game, I don't remember exactly what we did. So,
Like putting like
think-
some of the elements.
where's the spell do? Yeah, I can't remember if it had to be fire or anything, so just I'll shoot a ray of frost into one and see if that makes it react.
You go ahead and cast Ray of Frost into one of the open slots on these pillars around the main altar. It crashes in the back, filling it with ice. Doesn't seem to hold.
Okay. Alright. Back out. Everyone get me some space, at least 20, 30 feet back. I will cast Dragon Breath on myself, set it for fire. And just inhale and just and then like move in a circle to get all four.
Yeah. With one breath of Dragon's Breath, you're able to light all four of the beacons. They alight, and you feel the ground.
That's the one, hurry!
Run a platform.
All of you sprint over. Luckily, both of you are more than fast enough to get there before it descends too far, as you both like quick step down onto the platform that is descending into the earth. And from there, the three of you descend for a while. What?
As for lowering, like, so Bosch, I'm not a fan of magic, and I do not like magic on me. Like, I know you didn't mean to, but I just want to let you know. Please do not magic me.
Oh, okay. We don't practice like attack styles of magic. We usually just do the aiding magic, and I do healing magic. Is that okay if you get hurt?
No. I mean, no.
Father, do you mind if I ask why? I didn't want to press before, but now we're kind of in the thick of it, and I think we need to address this.
I was just told to be wary of magic when I joined my father's tribe. Keep it away from you. It's not good. Bad. Say it's evil. Can make you evil. The more you use, the more evil you become.
Did they have any examples of this?
Not really. We were just told never trust magic. It's what tore the place, this continent and the worlds and our families apart.
Well, not that I'm trying to change your mind, but my magic, I learned it was from nature itself. I mean, everything has a life essence around it, and it allows us to cast some magics. But I'll be careful in the future.
I'm sure that even your ability to speak with animals has some sort of a magic foundation. That's not just a natural ability, like learning languages.
Nope, but just what I can do. I was told to carry an egg-shaped rock, and then egg-shaped rock would tell me my spirit animal, and it was a bear, and then I could do some bear things, and I could speak with animals, but it's just what I can do.
Just a special non-magical rock, yeah.
Yes.
It talked to you?
No, it's just so what you do is you find a really special rock in the shape of an egg, and then you put it in your pocket for a while, and then you're like walk around with it, and then you pull it out one day, and you're like, oh look, there's an animal on this rock, and mine was like a bear, and so that was it.
Completely natural.
Yes. Because like when you walk and a rock's in your pocket, it like gets scratches on it and stuff like that. And so, that's just what happens.
Well, things are probably going to get worse. And I know that you were hired to protect me. But I'd like to think that I try to protect you as well. The only way I can do that is with my abilities in the arcane.
I mean, I like you, and I can sleep closer to you now. That's fine. So.
Just saying, when it comes to life or death, I don't want you to die because of something that your people just maybe didn't fully understand, respectfully.
I mean, you have potions.
We'll revisit this.
All right.
We're all just trying to help each other. Is what I'm trying to say.
The platform reaches its destination deep beneath the old shrine above, where the heat is drastically warmer. It is very hot down here. And you all walk out. Flynn, to you a familiar sight of this city made underground by a river of molten magma. Savon Bosch, you see a very scattered town underneath this mountain. All of the architecture seems to match itself. It's very custom, regular architecture, nothing outlandish about it. But as you're walking out, you do see a large castle kind of around the bend that towers over the rest of this town.
I start heading towards the castle. Being mindful of any type of changes that might have happened. Any traps or anything, perhaps.
You have something to say, Thabo?
I was just gonna ask him, like, what our next steps were, or what to look out for, any enemies.
We didn't find any enemies down here. I don't think anyone ever got past the monster upstairs. But just in case, just, make sure there's no runes on the ground, or once we get into the castle, make sure there's no magical traps or any tripwires. I don't recall running into any last time, but things are a little different now, so I don't want to assume.
Alright. Bosh, how you feel about killing your first monster?
Well, it wasn't my first monster, but it was the first one of whatever that was. I mean, I think it's a few days ago, I killed a basilisk. That was pretty neat, but it fucked up a lot of my family, so it was a little bittersweet. But yeah, it's pretty good. This is really strange. I'm not used to being underground like this in a cave.
Alright, just want to make sure you're alright, not choking up.
Moving through the city, Bosch, being trained in being from the Feywild, there is a very odd energy about this place. You know it's just the three of you walking through here, but it feels like there's more than that. Like it almost has the presence of a bustling city. Like Yavin that you were just in, but it's empty.
Do you guys feel that? It feels like the city's like active. I mean, it's not as still as it should be if there's nobody here.
Seems like it's just us.
I know, but it seems like every time I walk around the edge of a building, I expect people to be there and stuff to be happening. It just... It feels charged like a city is with a bunch of people.
Yeah, I don't know the reason behind it, but not good things happened here. The school I'm from, they did experiments on people. To what end, I'm not sure. Probably the greater good, but it was still bad stuff. And I've got a feeling that whatever that is somehow left its mark here.
It doesn't entirely seem good. Maybe we should hurry a little bit.
I'll pick up the pace.
Yeah, you'll begin moving quicker towards the castle in this subterranean town. Heading up to the castle, you see that it is closed off by two massive, heavy stone doors with runic carving of what seems to be like a hawk sort of bird and runic carvings to those of you that haven't seen it before.
Same markings, okay. Now this is the symbol of my Teacher's Academy, so that's not changed either. And I'll go to open the door. I'll try to keep I guess investigate for any traps or any runes other than the hawk.
Yeah, you make an Arcana check to look for runes.
See, I don't think we ran into any traps last time, but I'm also not taking any chances either.
Was this where Blub Blub dropped acid?
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
Where you yelled at a rock crab for half the session, yeah.
People.
With a 26, you are very confident that there are no magic runic circles anywhere on this door. With a 26, you notice, standing at the top of these stairs looking at these massive double doors, as you turn back to look at Thavo and Bosch to tell them it's all clear, you're at this weird angle to where, like, 5 to 6 roofs line up. And it's part of an arcane circle. You pick this up, like, that's some sort of magic. That's a piece of it. Just looking from this angle, you get these details that you didn't notice before.
On the door or on the stairs?
It's
Or on the ground?
It's like all of the roofs out in the distance line up to make part of an arcane circle.
Oh, the roofs of the houses?
Yes.
Can I tell from just that piece if it's some, like, what sort of magic circle? Teleportation, or...
Let me look up Schools of Magic real quick. Since you did roll high. For you, make sure it's not one of these other ones real quick. Yeah, it'd be that one. Abjuration magic is what you're getting from this piece of a rune that you can see. Some sort of abjuration spell.
Huh. I always have to Google what they mean, because I have bad memory.
I mean, that makes sense. That I don't think people talk about the schools of magic in 5e every day. At least I don't.
Have I ever? Yeah, I don't know. Flint's just gonna put that in the back of his head, I guess. Doesn't really know what to do about that. It's interesting. Might look for a book on that in the castle.
Okay. But opening the doors, you lead them in. Where do you go?
We'll just start by going to. Can't remember, but I know. I think it was down the basement. It's where we found it the first time. Can't remember.
Down in the basement, you found the book under the table in that long hallway with the gym that had all the instructions for the Scaladorth.
Yes, I want to go there first.
Oh wait, that was where you found the diary. You found the diary down there that explained everything that happened in the town.
Yeah.
Upstairs, there was a side chamber that had all the other stuff in it, the large, heavy chest.
Actually, let's start there. I want to go there, and then after, I'll go down to see if I can find that journal.
Okay. So you kind of walk through the large castle, the main opening just being a heavy, massive stone castle. Almost cathedral-like in here. The back left corner to all of you facing, you see Flynn just straight line, walk to it, open the door, and in that room there is an altar with a massive chest. Very heavy looking, very sturdy, and the same one that you've seen previously walking into the same room.
Just to be safe, Flynn will sit and do a ritual casting of Detect Magic for about 10 minutes. Just to make sure nothing different pings, nothing bad.
Yeah. Magic does ping around the chest. It is abjuration, much like the last time. You remember the spear being used from Pharaoh to dispel like a magic shield from around the chest.
And we do not have that spear anymore. And My very smart ass did not take Dispel Magic. Because wizards have too many options. It's a magical barrier around this chest. Last time we used Thavo, that spear. We used that last time to cancel the magic, but we don't have it. And I do not have a spell that will help. Do I know if any physical attacks will weaken this thing over time?
Not that you're aware of with your arcane knowledge. You didn't spend a lot of time studying it last time because it just got poked with a spear. And then you saw like the arcane glass kind of around it.
I guess I'll just investigate the chest. See if there's any nearby runes that I can get my hands on to mess with, or if I can determine how to undo this without a Dispel Magic spell.
Make an investigation check. Nothing in this room. Feel like you cover it pretty well, but there doesn't seem to be like a key or a button to push. Nothing like that. It seems that this spell on the chest is its own independent thing.
I'll take my knife and just kind of poke at it carefully, trying to like slowly wedge it in to see if it gives it all after like a couple of real hard presses.
The knife doesn't touch the actual physical chest. It pings kind of like a centimeter outside of it.
Damn. How big's the chest?
It's like a couple feet long. Maybe like 3 feet. Trimmed in gold.
Well, I think for right now we're at a bit of an impasse. Sava, you think you can carry this? It's kind of big. Some stuff in it.
I mean, I can try. I'll try to pick it up.
Yeah, you grab where the handles are. You feel that you get a grip, but like it's weird because you're not actually touching the chest. Whatever this barrier is keeping you from touching it. As you go to lift it up, it's stuck in place. Even with how strong you are, you cannot move this chest.
I mean, maybe in one of these rooms, there's like a way we can figure out how to unlock it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking next. Come back to this. And in this room, there was no bookshelves, anything like that.
No, this seemed to be like an isolated room just for this chest. Like, there's little candelabras kind of in the corners, but smooth stone walls, tapestries kind of draped that are all matted, tangled, torn, dusty.
Alright. I'll leave that room and I'll just start going counterclockwise, hitting up every room, searching for the books that we're looking for. Also, if there's anything that seems like it's related to that chest or any other type of journal.
Make an investigation check, and if somebody is helping you, you can get advantage, or somebody else can roll.
I'll help him.
You can roll again with an advantage, I guess. Everybody else's roll. moving on up. You walk room to room, dig through all the books. They all seem to be, air quotes, scientific, planes, arcana, just knowledge. They seem to be like textbooks almost. And documents of magic and studies of side effects and things like that. Nothing that piques your interest as much as like that journal downstairs did, or gives you any more information than that journal did. You don't see anything related to that chest or how to somehow dispel that magic. You don't see, there's not like an arcane key hanging on a key ring somewhere to open it.
Or just a scroll of dispel magic somewhere nice on a shelf.
It falls from the skies. No, nothing.
Okay. Bowls.
You've been down here for a couple hours, and now all of you are sweating pretty heavily because it is warm down here. Pretty exhausting.
All right. Let's go downstairs. Get the other thing I'm here for, and then we'll figure out what to do about this.
You go downstairs, and there you see the same long hallway. That in the middle there are two separate desks opposite of each other that seem to have been like tossed almost. Pages blown all over the ground. There's books laying everywhere. Walking up to it, you do begin to see at the end of your vision the large floating crystal hovering in that space.
That. Don't touch that.
I wouldn't dream of it.
Yeah, I'll start rummaging and try to find that journal again.
Yeah. You look under the desk once again, where Blub first found this book, I think, that he pinged of interest, or you were hiding down there for some reason. But under the desk on the right, there is that same journal that you gathered before.
Just do a quick skim on some of the pages I remember to see if all the information is still the same.
Yeah, all the information seems to be the same.
And is there anything about any type of abjuration spell on the city itself?
You scan through that book for a while, but you don't see anything talking about a spell on the city. Doesn't seem to be documented. Even in the books that you'd searched previously, you didn't see anything referencing magic on the city.
Grab that book, and nothing else of interest in here. Everything looks the same as it did before.
Looks the exact same, except the crystal's whole instead of shattered on the ground as you'd left it previously.
I just stare at that crystal for like a good 10 seconds and like, nah, we don't have time. Don't have time. Well, Thavo, the only ideas I've got now is to either leave and come back with something to do the magic barrier, or if you just feel like you want to try to smash it. I don't know if it's 100% unbreakable. It might just be very difficult.
I mean, I could try.
If not, we could, yeah, I just have to try to work on learning that spell. I suppose we go back up, try to bash it.
Okay. So, Davo, you're just swinging out at this chest?
Yeah, I'll try to recklessly rage on it to really get it.
Yeah.
Oh, as soon as she starts raging, I'll look to Bosch and be like, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. That now she's not friendly.
And just start screaming and then smash down as hard as I can mid-scream.
Yeah, and you feel like you get a great swing on this chest as you slam into it. Kind of echoes, crash throughout the entire chamber, but the chest is untouched, and that magic barrier seems to be unscratched.
Alright, I feel like that was a real solid hit. I feel like that could have taken Bill down kind of hit.
It literally almost stopped my heart with just the sound it made. Fuck.
GM, is it on a pedestal itself?
Yeah, it's on kind of like a stone altar. It's more like, you think of like the shape of a fireplace, but it's not a fireplace. Like, it's like a stone platform that kind of is in that shape.
Could you try hitting the pedestal out from underneath it?
Alright. I'll start screaming again. I'll try to hit the pedestal out from underneath it.
It hits. You make contact with your greatsword into the side of it, but it's like cement. It's stone. Imagine that this might take you a couple days to wear down with a greatsword.
Yeah, that's not happening.
I am right in assuming and guessing that the spear was not in the bag of holding, right?
I mean, it shouldn't be. I think Bill had the bag of holding last before you.
Okay. Now I was just reading over what Nick sent me. Cool. Didn't want to be wasting all the time right now. We're good. We do not have the spear. Son of a bitch. Oh, that sucks. That was a waste of time. I forgot that the chest had a magical barrier on it. That's on me, guys.
I mean, do we want to come back for it later or just get the books? All the books in the chest?
Yeah, what they want is inside the chest, or at least it was, as well as the piece. And I really want to know if the pieces are back where they are, or if they're in different places now. Do I know if magical barriers can be damaged by magic?
Depends on the barrier. This one, from the contact that Thavo has thrown into it, you feel like it might be a little bit impervious to damage at the moment. Because your more simple ones kind of just give a boost to whatever it is, and with Thavo attacking it the way she did, you feel like if it was one of the more simple ones, it would have done something. But this seems to be more than that.
Damn it, I don't have anything. I can cast an illusion spell to try to trick the chest into believing that there is no barrier. It's the only thing I can
Yes.
do.
Yeah.
I don't think that's how magic works. Oh, yes, I am a chest, and you definitely took the barrier off. Please come in. Shit.
Maybe
That
it's
was-
like a phrase you say to it, and it's like, oh, I know to unlock now. Like, what if we just ask it nicely?
I don't think barriers have kind of communication skills, and I don't think the chest is just the chest.
Just gonna ask the chest real quick. Chest,
God damn it.
will you please open?
It doesn't open.
Oh man, just would have cracked up so hard if it just like.
Speak, friend, and enter. Reading spells. Sorry, guys.
So, Bosch, do you have like a little cottontail underneath your getup?
I'll pull back my cloak and show her my little cottontail.
Oh my gosh, you just get more adorable every day. And it's only been 2 days.
You're kind of weird.
Thank you.
Let's our ritual casting identify why they're talking about Bosch's tail. On the barrier of the chest. I don't know. I'm just gonna try this to see if it will give me any insight on how to turn this off without dispel magic. I think that's the best I got.
You spend a while casting Identify, sitting on the ground in front of it while Bosch is showing off his cottontail. They're having conversation behind you. This is a sealing spell. The only way to cancel it is to be the caster or with Dispel Magic.
Yep, I need Dispel Magic to turn this off, or find the caster and have them do it, but it's not likely. So, we either need to find that spear, or I need to get a scroll and learn the spell myself. Sorry, guys.
I mean, it's not your fault.
Eh, I'd have remembered. But at the same time, yeah, there's been a lot going on. Can't expect me to remember. I got old between then and now. At least I got something. I got this, so that's good. I know that whatever happened in my past with my teacher is the same. I wonder if she got reset as well, or if she's like us. But I don't want to talk to her.
I mean,
Was there anybody else coming down to get this?
When we left last time is when we encountered the vampires. So when we got back up top, there were a couple of vampires approaching the altar to come down. Don't remember how long we were in here last time, so if that still plays out the way it did, we could very well run into some vampires. Why do you ask?
Well, I didn't want to just leave it here if some, asshole's going to come and gather them to make another wish.
wait. What if the people who are coming down here can dispel it, and then we ambush them after they dispel it, and then we're like, haha, you're dead, and now we have your chest?
Father, that was quite literally the smartest strategy I have ever heard.
Thank you. I like to hit people. I like to find ways to hit people, and that was my best way to find it.
Okay, well, let's try that, I guess. It's really hot down here, though, but might as well just... Would you want to go up and camp outside and follow them in, or just wait here for them?
I mean, this is also a big desk thing too, also, right? Like, that it's on? Or is it just on this big old pedestal?
It was on a big stone, platform, an altar made. It, once again, like a fireplace, but it's not a fireplace. It's that shape.
Okay. So we
So
could
it'll be
hide behind
square.
it. We
So
could
it'll be
hide behind
square.
it. We could just hide behind it. But we want them to dispel it first, so maybe hide outside of the room.
Yeah, just camp out in the room next door. Listen. Take
Only
watches.
there's only one way in, one way out.
Unless they can teleport. So, we see them go in. Then we approach the door, see what they do, and as soon as they dispel the chest, we attack them.
Alright, I like this.
Well, let's find a place to set up a camp and hopefully not sweat to death. Is there a room across from this room? Or how are they positioned?
Yeah, there's a handful of rooms on this floor. There's also a staircase that leads up higher into the castle. But on this floor, there is one on the opposite side that you had checked previously, and that one seemed to be more of a study. It had a handful of desks and books. That's where you found most of the books that you were looking through.
Do I recall checking upstairs last time we were here?
No, I don't think you ever went upstairs. Oh, maybe you did. I think you all did like a big sweep right before you left, and there wasn't really anything of import left in here. Most of this place seems like it's been cleaned out.
I do still want to double check just to cover all my bases, but not yet. Say we'll wait for the hopefully vampires to show up. We'll do that plan. Let's do that plan.
Did you find a book about this thing?
No. You talking about last time?
Well, you gathered a couple books while we're here. Are these about the thing we're waiting them to dispel?
No, that's mostly general information of magic stuff, things like that. And then this journal implicates my teacher in a bunch of cruel experiments that caused a lot of death and suffering. So that's something I really wanted to grab and try to get to the proper authorities just in case, but I don't know. It didn't seem to really do anything last time. Evil wizards. They've got backup plans for everything. Evidently.
I'd like to go to the room across the hall from this one and try to make some hiding spaces that don't look obvious.
In what way?
Just so we look hidden and it doesn't look like anybody's been in the room recently.
Okay. Make a stealth check.
Ah, my mouse quit on me. Can you hear me talking?
I can hear you.
Okay. Hang on, my interaction with my computer just stopped for some reason. I'm gonna need to restart my Roll20 real quick.
Good.
Do you have a wireless mouse?
Oh, I'm on my touchpad now on the laptop, and it's not allowing me to click on anything.
On your mouse pad, is there a little orange dot that's lit up?
Mm-mm.
Oh. That's the extent that I know. That's the only way I help my new hires.
Double click the orange dot.
Go ahead and roll it for me, Trey. I'm gonna restart my computer. This is acting up a little weird.
Go for it.
But a stealthy little rabbit.
The stealthiest of all rabbits. See, we finally get AC back, and now everything is gonna break.
I don't care. I'm nice and cool now.
Now would be a good time to like and subscribe because there's nobody watching the stream.
Back in subscribe.
We're missing the rabbit folk. We can't play until the rabbit folk's back.
If you want the rabbit to come back, like and subscribe.
Like and describe.
I know. I was hoping you wouldn't catch that. You know what? Anyone who is subscribed, describe.
Describe to everyone how much we saved the day without fail all of the time.
If you describe what has happened, you will be given a real inspiration point in life.
Don't promise that. You can't promise that, something like that.
I mean, it could be something small or $1 million.
Don't promise. Don't do
I mean, I'm not
that
giving
idea.
$1 million. Maybe they just like find $1 million bill on the ground.
$1 million bill.
Everybody's always looking out for the $1 million bill.
What if those exist? Let's see. I think they do, technically.
Everything working for you? Bosch Halerfoot?
Hmm.
Can't hear you. Hey, you can click stuff though.
Yep. Gone. They don't make them. Ooh.
How about now?
Hey, there you are. Alright. With that roll. Boop, boop, boop. 23, since you rolled it now. This place is pretty disheveled and thrown everywhere. Like, it's a mess in here. It looks like it was quickly abandoned, so it's pretty easy to just put some stuff back, cover the tracks that you had left in here, which you're good at that specific talent. Make it look like it's untouched. And then the other side, there's not much to do to make it like cover for you to hide in this room. You have stonework floors and stonework walls pretty much everywhere. There's not a way to like really just like dig a hole for you to sit in or something like that. But you feel like the rest of the castle that you're in currently is set up to look like nobody's been in here. So at this moment, you're kind of just hoping that, hey, I hope they don't walk in this room.
Oi, even if they do find us first, we'll beat them, leave one alive, tell him to dispel it, or he's dead. Thavo, I imagine you're pretty good at doing stuff like that.
Hearting people. Yep, I can do that.
What?
What?
What did you say?
Hurting people. I can hurt them.
Thought you said something else.
What do you think I said?
Farting people.
Oh, I mean, that also is deadly too.
Imagine that. They're not listening. They won't listen. They're not being cooperative. You sit on their head, let it rip.
I mean, that is one way to kill somebody.
No, get them to talk, I'm saying. Torture.
Oh no, they would be dead.
Well, don't do that then. It's been a good experience. We're all learning a lot about each other.
So the scene is set. What are you all doing? You just sitting in that room?
Just having a rest. I'll go ahead and do a short rest and get some spell slots back, just cause. With my arcane recovery. Because I never use that.
Okay, so you take a short rest. Recover some spells. The rest of you recover whatever you recover on short rest, if anything, since the two of you are now martial classes, I believe. And time continues to pass. Feeling like it's getting late into the evening, hard to tell since you are in a subterranean town. No one comes in or out.
Bled, when you did come here, was this your first mission?
No, it was not. So they could be. If they're on the same timeline, I suppose it could be later. But this is, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it's all working the same timeline or if it's just based on my actions. So, yeah, we could be too early. And if that's the case, we might as well just go back into town. Unless we just want to wait out here for a couple of days. I don't remember how long we were a part of the guild before we even did this mission.
Well, for the immediate evening, what are your plans? As it does feel like to all of you, internal clockwise, that it's that time for a long rest.
Just take watch. Hopefully someone shows up. If not, then just go back in the morning. How does that sound to you two?
Walk to me.
That sounds like a plan.
Okay. Who's taking watches then?
I'll take the first one.
I could take the one after that.
Oh, right.
Okie dokie. Lava, you take the first watch.
I see all.
You're kind of docked up right next to the door and having it like slightly ajar so you can see through it. Just peering out into the main area of this castle. Nothing. Just silent for most of the time. Starts to get towards the end of your watch. You're dozing off at this point. You see Bosch kind of perk up. Ready for his... Bosch? You are on the second watch. On your watch. That feeling of a crowded town and bustling energy never leaves you. More calm in here, though. This castle feels more natural than what the town feels like. With your ears, you sort of like twitch and one of the ears turns in a direction as you feel like you hear a sound off in the distance from out in the town. Like a cart coming to a stop. Conversation. You're on edge waiting for somebody to come in, but they never do. You hear the creak of wood, you hear doors kind of... Nothing ever shows up. Your watch comes to an end. And were y'all just doing 2 watches, or are we doing 3 watches and Flynn's taking the last chunk?
I like the idea of doing 3.
Okay. So Flynn, you get up towards the end of Bosch's watch. Kind of the same thing for you. You don't feel that natural presence of like a bustling city or anything, but this place does feel weird. Especially after encountering it previously with Blub, who seemed to sense everything and scream at rock crabs. You're kind of laughing at that thought of your fishman friend Blub screaming at a rock crab. And you hear a voice. Flynn, wake up. Wake up, Flynn. It's the sound of your mother. Just echoing through this castle. It disappears.
What direction did that come from?
It seemed to come from everywhere around you. Like, it was like an echo. Like, it was just echoing through this place and hit you while you were sitting here staring through the door.
I'm gonna quietly leave the room and look around in the hallways. Just look around and listen again.
Kind of come to attention, listening for another voice or even a noise, and it stays silent. Up until the main door of the castle opens behind you, and there, standing in the doorway, you see a female drow with a porcelain mask, this spiky white mohawked hair, walking into the castle. And you see, gets into a defensive stance, and this flame begins to burn from one of her hands. That's where we'll pick up next time.
That's the Lacenar's other half, right?
Serious lady.
Yup.
It's like we landed on the island in a plane crash.
Pretty much.
I like that. Ha 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 ha.
Hey.
Oh.
YouTube, thanks for being YouTube. That's it. Okay, bye.
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 But
Bye. Had I pushed the button. Gotta push the button. Bye.
You gotta describe. You gotta describe and leak.
Yeah, make sure you leak and describe.
Leaking to skid.
Leak and describe.